In the headlines, Vietnam complains to WTO about U.S. fish fillet tariffs. Later on, Khánh Hòa and Phú Yên provinces provide support to recover production after Storm Damri.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Welcome to the 6 p.m. edition of VTV News. I'm Hainan from Hanoi, and here's the top news for this hour. Vietnam had just filed a complaint to the World Trade Organization or WTO regarding the U.S. anti-dumping measures against Vietnam's fish fillets exports. According to the Vietnam Competition Authority, Vietnam has requested the WTO to provide consultations to the U.S. on anti-dumping measures. Vietnam says Washington has broken WTO rules by claiming Vietnamese fish fillet exports are being sold at an unfairly cheap price in the U.S. market. The U.S. has 60 days to settle the complaint, or Vietnam can ask the WTO to adjudicate. On Friday, Vietnam's complaint was sent to all WTO members. On Friday, Governor of the State Bank of Vietnam, Lê Minh Hưng, revealed that the country's foreign exchange reserves have hit $54.5 billion. This means that the State Bank has managed to buy $2.5 billion within the first 2 weeks of 2018 and $22 billion since the central exchange rate was applied in early 2016. The governor said the record reserves have strengthened confidence in Vietnam's economy, especially for foreign investor confidence. In addition, liquidity, stable interest rates, and lowered lending rates have also benefited from economic activities and businesses. Few complaints have been heard about interest rates. The policy of central exchange rate has made foreign exchange management more flexible. Vietnam achieved an inflation rate of 3.5% in 2017, which was lower than the National Assembly's target of 4%. This is the result of outstanding macroeconomic management last year, and it is partly thanks to the 1.08% decrease in food prices.
Previously, like other consumers, Sun saw a sharp increase in the price of daily necessities, especially food, whenever the Lunar New Year was near. However, the situation has changed this year.
Vegetables prices this year have not been raised much, and the prices of meat and fish have also not significantly increased.
Vegetable prices are quite stable and have just slightly gone up.
Pork prices have significantly moved down as pig prices have become cheaper.
According to the Vietnam Valuation Association, Vietnam has taken a number of measures to control consumer prices and inflation rates. Those include appropriately controlling the money supply in the market, reducing interest rates, stabilizing the gold and foreign exchange markets, and cutting over 5,000 administrative procedures.
I think the government's policies were in the right direction and involved all related parties. The low inflation rate in 2017 is also because the global economy did not fluctuate much, which positively affected Vietnam's economy.
Some good baskets such as medical care and education services, building materials and transportation expenses still experienced high increases compared to 2016. Those contributed to the rise of Consumer Price Index or CPI in 2017. However, thanks to an appropriate roadmap, inflation still remains at a low rate, creating favorable conditions for economic development.
Vietnamese consumers in recent years have switched to domestic agricultural products for the Lunar New Year holiday instead of imported ones. This is because farmers have been paying more attention to safety of their products during the production process.
It is just over a month until the Tet holiday. Like most people, Hoàng has begun buying goods to prepare. Domestic fruits such as banana, pomelos, and oranges have been the top consumer choices.
My family prioritizes safe products, especially agro products, as the Tet holiday is the time people eat and drink quite a lot. These products are much healthier.
This supermarket chain is expected to provide agro products that are 60% to 70% higher than the same period last year. Most of them are domestically produced.
Consumers have changed their thinking and choices compared to previous years. They now care more about the quality and safety of their products.
More imported fruits and vegetables have been sold in the market, especially as import tariffs have decreased to 0% in accordance with some trade agreements. However, domestic farmers are now focusing more on food hygiene, origin, and packaging, so consumers tend to choose domestic products more now over imported ones.
Vietnamese consumer demand has significantly changed. They prefer domestic products that are safer and have better quality, such as beef from Hà Giang province. Domestic products also have reasonable prices and quality control has gotten better.
Domestic farmers have been following viet standards. In addition, some enterprises have established research labs to control product quality. This factor have helped domestic agro products become more attractive to consumers.
You're watching VTV News from Hanoi. Storm Damri, the worst storm in 20 years, caused serious damage and heavy losses for the south central region, especially Khánh Hòa and Phú Yên provinces. The storm passed over 2 months ago, but its consequences still affect the local life despite efforts from the government and local authorities.
Nguyễn Ngọc Tuấn in Vạn Ninh district, Khánh Hòa province, used to earn hundreds of thousands of US dollars from raising lobsters. However, Storm Damri damaged his lobster farm and caused losses of about 443,000 US dollars. Now he is struggling to raise enough capital to recover his farm.
The government and banks should create favorable conditions for people like me to take out new loans so we can restore production caused by natural disasters.
According to reports from credit institutions, in Khánh Hòa province alone, nearly 13,000 borrowers have suffered huge losses due to the storm. It is estimated that damages caused around 73 million US dollars in credit loss.
We've been supporting the affected customers after the storm by offering new loans or reducing the interest. The State Bank of Vietnam has directed credit institutions to provide new loans and to revise credit terms in order to support affected customers. As soon as those measures are taken, people in affected areas can begin to stabilize their businesses.
During the past 2 months, banks and the local authorities have been working together to find ways to help residents recover production.
National Geographic recently broadcasted a short video clip introducing the 1,000-year-old Vietnamese water puppetry. This video clip features puppet Chú Tiểu, who guides the audience through the introduction of the origin, performance styles and popularity of Vietnamese water puppetry. In 2016, the website Amusing Planet also introduced Vietnamese water puppetry to its audiences and told visitors about the most famous place to watch water puppetry, which is the Thăng Long Water Puppet Theater in Hanoi. The Vietnam-Australia Friendship Mural Village at Tịnh Thới Commune, Cao Lãnh District, Đồng Tháp Province is a unique community art project that symbolizes Vietnam and Australia's cooperation. The village is a joint project of the Australian Embassy and Đồng Tháp University and is aimed to celebrate the inauguration of the Cao Lãnh Bridge, a project subsidized by the Australian government.
There are nearly 80 large and small drawings on steel and wooden partitions, walls and fences of regional houses and schools. A group of Australian painters and 10 students from Đồng Tháp University have spent nearly a month creating these masterpieces.
We're doing this to make our homeland more beautiful. I love this painting because it symbolizes the friendship between Vietnam and Australia. I'm happy to be able to create this drawing alongside professional painters. This is a great experience for me because I get to paint and I get to learn many skills.
The oil paintings are of different style and sizes. The patterns of the paintings mainly symbolize Vietnamese and Australian cultural features. Before painting, the artists have to treat the surface of the walls and partitions in order for the paint to last longer.
The difficulty lies in the large-scale paintings of the art project. In order to paint on the riverside, we need to use scaffolding and canoes. Since the art project was carried out here, the area has been looking very beautiful. These walls used to be covered in moss, but now they look great, and I think it's great for tourism.
The inauguration of the Vietnam-Australia Friendship Mural Village is scheduled for the beginning of 2018, before the inauguration of the Cao Lãnh Bridge. By driving past Cao Lãnh Bridge, one can now see wonderful images of Vietnam and Australia.
In celebration of the Lunar New Year 2018, the capital city of Hanoi will be conducting firework displays at 30 locations. There are 5 high-level firework display locations, namely Hoàn Kiếm Lake, Thống Nhất Park, Lạc Long Quân Flower Garden, Văn Quán Lake, and Meeting Stadium. There are also 25 low-level firework displays locations in 25 districts and towns. The specific location for the fireworks displays will be determined by districts and towns. In addition, the Hanoi People's Committee will also organize arts and sports activities to celebrate the Communist Party of Vietnam's 88th anniversary and the Lunar New Year. Now it's time to check out the weather forecast. That is all we have for VTV News. Remember that you can always reach us online at vtv4.vn and youtube.com/vtv4go. Thank you very much for tuning in and goodbye for now from Hanoi.